mean by colourless, it's quite right. The music itself, it lends towards quite a sort of high level of stage performance. When you're on stage, you can really connect with the music and do something with it. You can express it in your movements. I find it's just all too much fun going crazy on stage. The bass lines are, although they're quite complex at times, they do lend themselves to being able to do more stuff. There's not so much focus on crazy bass lines, that they're sometimes just running and simple, so you can really express the song to the crowd and connect with the crowd. That's probably my favourite thing to do on stage, is to sort of find somebody in the crowd, like cheer them on, or they're cheering, or you sing the words to them, or whatever it is. Their reaction usually is very good. The crowd, they often, there's a part where Nathan does a solo, and I always love like sort of leading the crowd and clapping. And it always happens, they always follow. It's really cool. It's just a nice dynamic on stage. It's quite embarrassing actually. I didn't know what a bass guitar was until about from Trev. I'd never really taken an interest in music until one of my friends at the time, Jason, he handed me a bass guitar and said, "We need a bass guitarist in our band, so learn this." And I remember plugging it in and playing it for the first time and falling in love with the instrument. And pretty much from then, like, nothing else has ever come close. I had previous hobbies that I went for and then I gave them up. But bass guitar has always just been, it's just stuck around. I can't get enough of it. It's the best instrument in the world. Fluorescent, it's been quite a progressive work as such. It's, as Nathan mentioned, it started off somewhere, and it's progressed into this quite a heavily emotive album. It's full of emotion, full of different angles on relationships, different angles on a way of approaching life. The words are generally quite deep and meaningful, and the songs themselves are, I don't know, they really entrench themselves in your listening, they kind of take a place here when you listen to the music. It's really quite cool.
All the dreams we made.
If Only is by far and away my favourite song on the album. It's really a representation of what I enjoy in music. I love the emotive chords, especially in the bridge. I find that it was actually quite cool when we were composing the song. We were busy writing down the lyrics, and Nate played the bridge. And as he played the bridge, the words just immediately came forward. Like, there was no let's debate it, let's think about it. The words just happened. They fitted the song perfectly. And I think it's a really nice representation of our band as well. We've got a heavier element, but with really pretty female melody, vocals, etc. over it, and like I said before, it connects on a different level. I think If Only is a good representative of those kind of black music.
I always had music in me. Like, I used to listen to the radio when I was a kid, listen to a lot of Phil Collins and that sort of music, and just loved the drumming. I always, paid attention to the rhythm section. And then I saw Steve playing drums in the church band, and I just thought this was too cool. So I went for lessons with him, and I soon after that joined under Ivan Bell's mentorship, and he basically taught me for the next, I think it was 5 or 6 years. And yeah, I've been playing music ever since, never looked back. It's by far the most treasured possession in my life. Like, I absolutely love music and rhythm in particular. So yeah, very blessed to have it. The name Fluorescent for our first album, I think was quite a good choice, because we wanted a name which represented the album and also us as a group, I guess. So we thought, like, looking at our music is very diverse, has lots of nice, bright, colourful melodies and interesting little hooks. And as a group, we like to think of ourselves, I guess, as being a little bit fun and colourful and just happy people, I guess. And we were brainstorming with name ideas, and Fluorescent was one of the names which really stuck and sat well with us. And I think it was a good choice. It definitely does represent our music and us as a whole. It's nice and light-hearted, not too serious. And when you think of the word fluorescent, you always get these, like, well, I do at least, I get these very, like, bright, colourful images. I think, yeah, the music, I think if you listen to the album, you can definitely see how we progressed throughout the album. The songs all have a commonality, but certainly the first few tracks we wrote were very old school and just Guns N' Roses and Def Leppard influenced. And then some of the other tracks like Falling Apart, we probably drew more influence from bands like Paramore, like more modern rock. So we all appreciate the rock genre from back in the day right through to modern rock, and I think we've drawn inspiration from all the artists which have contributed to rock throughout those ages. So the album's got a lot of interesting tracks on it. I think that there's definitely something for everyone. I think everyone will enjoy it, from old parents jamming out to the old school tunes to the young kids enjoying the more upbeat modern rock tunes. Okay, so my favourite song on the album is definitely Leave. I think for obvious reasons the song has a very distinctive verse, offbeat, strange sort of rhythm, and it's also a little bit more heavy and very ballsy, like Limp Bizkit influenced. And then what I really like about that song is the way it opens up to this sort of poppy, very happy and excited chorus. So yeah, that's by far my favourite song of the whole bunch to listen to and to play. Okay, well, for me as a drummer, playing with Trev is really cool because I tend to play what I want to play in the moment, whereas Trev tends to remember what we decided we should play and what needs to be played. So he's very consistent and he's always there to keep me in check and remind me of what needs to be done and kind of rein me in as such. But yeah, I think we got quite a good rhythm section. We tend to, when planning a song, we'll diagnose and say, okay, in this chorus we want to give this sort of feel, and then make sure we come up with a groove that works, and then work around each other. Not always copying each other, but
Yeah, I find he's actually quite strict with his. First of all, he's got excellent timing. So if I even remotely stray off time or anything like that happens, I always get this look from Michael from the drums that kind of says, "Oi," and he'll look at me and go like, "Slow it down," or raise it up, whatever. But what's really rad is, as Michael said, when we're composing a song, we sit sometimes just him and I, and we will work through the timing until it's dead accurate. Right? That really, it gives you a sense of confidence when you're playing, because I know exactly what he's going to do, and I feel like I can accentuate that with the instrument.
Yeah, and if your rhythm section's tight and solid, like really, hitting the same notes at the same time, then I think the whole song's got a really good basis for sounding good. I mean, you can have the best melody slapped on top of sloppy rhythm and it just sounds like a mess, but the minute you get those things together, the whole band as a unit just sucks in and gets tight.
That's really
So
yeah, it's easy.
I rip Trev way too much. I really, but I love doing it. It's the funnest thing ever.
I think I'm a bit of I'm like the mule. He's just like beat me to death the whole time. Yeah, that's cool, man.
It's good to have banter, right? It just makes things lighthearted and makes you not take things too seriously, because you can.
It's okay, because I don't look like a monkey, so...
Shut up your face! You still got my hair.